Crossing the Jordan, Jacob came in peace to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan. Genesis 33 verses 18, Revised Version. Thus the patriarch's prayer at Bethel, that God would bring him again in peace to his own land, had been granted. For a time he dwelt in the vale of Shechem. It was here that Abraham, more than 100 years before, had made his first encampment and erected his first altar in the land of promise. Here Jacob bought the parcel of ground where he had spread his tent, at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. And he erected there an altar and called it El-elohe-Israel, God, the God of Israel. Like Abraham, Jacob set up beside his tent an altar unto the Lord, calling the members of his household to the morning and evening sacrifice. It was here also that he dug the well to which, 17 centuries later, came Jacob's son and Savior, and beside which, resting during the noontide heat, he told his wondering hearers of that well of water springing up into everlasting life. John 4, verse 14. The tarry of Jacob and his sons at Shechem ended in violence and bloodshed. The one daughter of the household had been brought to shame and sorrow. 2 brothers were involved in the guilt of murder. A whole city had been given to ruin and slaughter in retaliation for the lawless deed of one rash youth. The beginning that led to results so terrible was the act of Jacob's daughter, who went out to see the daughters of the land, thus venturing into association with the ungodly. He who seeks pleasure among those that fear not God is placing himself on Satan's ground and inviting his temptations. The treacherous cruelty of Simeon and Levi was not unprovoked, yet in their course toward the Shechemites they committed a grievous sin. They had carefully concealed from Jacob their intentions, and the tidings of their revenge filled him with horror. Heartsick at the deceit and violence of his sons, he only said, "Ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land, and I, being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house." But the grief and abhorrence with which he regarded their bloody deed is shown by the words in which, nearly 50 years later, he referred to it as he lay upon his deathbed in Egypt. Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. O my soul, come not thou into their secret. Unto their assembly, mine honor, be not thou united. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce, and their wrath, for it was cruel. Genesis 49, verses 5 through 7.